Are you a new pet parent and don't know where to start? Fear not, we got you covered. Welcome back to Alpha Paw, your destination for everything dog. I'm Bernie Zilio, and I'm on a mission to answer every doggone question you've ever had about your fur babies. And today we are talking about the 5 things every new pet parent needs to know about their new puppy. Fortunately, we have an expert with us today, Dr. Ross Bernstein. Dr. Ross is a seasoned veterinary professional and pet care expert. He earned his doctorate degree in veterinary medicine at UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine, and his work has been featured in several industry-leading publications, including the Journal of Veterinary Surgery. He is our go-to vet for everything we want and need to know about our fur babies. So welcome back to Alpha Paw, Dr. Ross.
Hey, Bernie. How's it going?
Wonderful. And I am so excited because today my favorite topic is being discussed. Puppies. We all love puppies. I'm assuming everyone watching this video loves puppies. But bringing home a new puppy is incredibly overwhelming. There are a million things running through your head. How do I keep this tiny thing alive? Why is it peeing everywhere? Why is it pooping everywhere? Why won't it eat? I mean, it's a very emotional experience. So I want to make sure our viewers have the 5 absolute necessities, like knowledge bombs from Dr. Ross of what they need to know before they bring home their baby. So number 1 question I have for you, and I think a lot of pet parents do, is where should this puppy sleep the first night?
Well, congratulations to anyone who just recently adopted a puppy. It's very, very exciting, and you're going to have a full lifetime of happiness with them.
Oh, that's such a solid PSA. It's very true.
There's a couple of options. Like if you do want to get them crate trained, starting them young is the best time to do it. So you can have them in the crate. And you want to make it so it's a fun and safe place for them. So usually you can put the crate in the room where you spend most of your time, whether that's in your living room, in your bedroom, really anywhere. But they don't have to stay in the crate. If you don't want them to be in the crate, they don't have to be. They can sleep on your bed, although they might pee there. They can sleep on your couch. It's kind of up to you. If you do want to get them crate trained, you want to start early.
Totally. And I will just say from personal experience, when I brought home my dog Pod, he was a puppy. We had him in like a little playpen area in our bedroom, and he would cry. And it is very common for puppies to cry the first couple of nights when you bring them home. It's a big adjustment for them. I'm a lunatic and slept on the floor next to him for like 3 nights because I couldn't handle his crying. I didn't want to put him in the bed in case, he fell off or he peed or we rolled over on him. So do what you got to do. Just know that they won't be crying forever. That's just my personal little anecdote for you guys. But you mentioned crates. I think that is incredibly important. And it's really important that crates aren't just a negative place, like a punishment place. Like they should enjoy their crate. So I do agree with you. I think crate training early on is super important. How long is it appropriate or safe to keep a puppy in a crate?
That kind of depends on how old the dog is. Even if they're an adult, you don't ever want to keep them in that little spot for more than 12 hours. Like they're going to, at a minimum, even as an adult, going to need to urinate twice a day. So that's it. But a young little puppy can sometimes need to urinate as often as every 2 to 3 hours. Now, when you're sleeping, of course, you can't get up every 2 to 3 hours and take them out. So, you got to do what you got to do. But if you go to bed late, maybe around 10 to midnight, and then get up early in the morning, maybe around 6 a.m., they should be able to hold it for 6 hours at night. Again, it kind of depends how old they are, how big their bladder is, how much urine they can hold. And also it kind of depends how much water they drink the night before when they went to bed. Now, worst comes to worst, if they peed in their crate, it's not the end of the world. Usually they don't want to because they don't like to go to the bathroom where they sleep, especially if it's in a little crate. That's just in a dog's world. They don't go to the bath. They don't go potty where they're sleeping. So if they're starting to whine or cry in the morning, it could be because they have to go out.
Totally. And I agree with you. I think most dogs, even if they do like potty in their crate when they're young, I think they outgrow that. My dog Pod, another fun little anecdote. I'd come home from work and he would have like pooped everywhere and then like rolled around in it. So he's like standing there smiling at me, covered in his own poop. Just, it was quite a sight. This adorable puppy, head to toe. This dog got so many baths his first 3 months. I can't even talk about it, but he outgrew it. Thank God. Okay. So moving on. So we handled like the first night, how to handle sleeping, crate training, all of that. In general, we have this new puppy. Let's say it's our first week. We've taken 400,000 photos. The dog is covered in kisses. We're obsessed. What else, besides taking photos and kissing your dog, should we be doing with this new puppy?
Puppy proofing your house is very, very important so that you're not calling the vet or trying to figure out what to do in the middle of the night. Now, it certainly could still happen, but dogs, and especially puppies, will eat anything and everything around the house. Puppy proofing it, making sure that there's no, you can give them their toys, but no like little things that they can pick up and chew, like hair ties, little, I don't know, just little things around the house, rocks, shoelaces, rubber bands, clips.
Phone chargers. They love those.
Yes. Cords, decorations. They will eat anything and everything. They'll even start chewing the table legs, the chairs. I mean, you name
Your
it.
legs.
So, yeah, just keep an eye on it and try to limit the things that they can possibly ingest. And, anything that they ingest that's not food can potentially cause a problem. So you want to do your best to limit that. One way is to puppy proof your house. You can also keep them in like a little playpen area or sectioned off an area of your house where they have limited contact, everything that's there.
I could not agree with you more. I feel like this conversation is bringing back so many memories. And we've definitely talked about the puppy blues in the past. We have a video on that. We've talked about how to puppy proof your home, whole video on that. So make sure you guys check those out if you have any further questions. But the other thing I wanted to ask you about, Dr. Ross, is training. Now, I know that can create a bond between you and the puppy, but it also is like helpful just to get them started early, I would imagine. So what sorts of things should we be focusing on like in the very beginning when we first bring a puppy home?
Yeah, in the very beginning, training is going to be a big one. Training as well as socialization. So that includes teaching them the commands that you hope to teach them. So sit, stay, shake, roll over, let's go for a walk, stuff like that. You're gonna start to see which things they really enjoy or what behaviors come more naturally to them, and the ones that may take a little bit more training, you can start to work on those. And then in terms of socialization, when they're a young puppy, you want to start to get them used to different sounds, different smells, different sights. Now, if they're not fully vaccinated yet, you just want to be careful that they're not exposed to other dogs where you don't know their vaccination status. So avoiding places like dog parks, groomers, just lots of different places that could potentially have other dogs that you don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think personally, again, speaking, socialization is so important, I think, for creating listen, my dog is very anxious, and I don't think I handled socialization as well as I should have when he was a puppy. I was a first-time pet parent, and I was anxious myself about exposing this dog to too many things, dangerous things, whatever. And at the end of the day, I think he is a little bit skittish compared to other dogs. So socialization safely, though, like you said, make sure your dog is vaccinated is so important. Get them used to smells, sounds, environments, people, dogs. I mean, it will benefit both of you in the long run. That is my personal opinion. Now, the last thing we need to talk about, anyone who's ever been in the vicinity of a puppy knows this pain. It's like no other pain you've ever experienced. It's their little baby shark teeth just sinking into every limb body part, whatever they can get to. It's horrible. And they don't mean it. And you know they're teething, but it is like, oh, every pet parent's like, it's probably the biggest complaint. So what can we do about these little baby sharks attacking every limb we have all the time?
Yeah, when they're so kind of like I said before, when they're little puppies, they're gonna anything and everything around the house is all of a sudden become a chew toy, including your fingers or your ankles. As their teeth are growing, it can be a little irritating in their mouth. And so they want to chew on things. And that's a way of getting at that irritation in their mouth. Not that it's a bad thing. It's a normal process of growing their teeth. But chew toys and like rope toys or Kongs, you could get them rawhides. Now with rawhides, be careful. Don't give them more than one a day. But things to chew on that are safe for them and veterinary approved are easy ways for them to get that energy out, as well as do that chewing that they are desperately trying to do.
Yes, 100%. And I think a lot of times when puppies are playing with you, they don't understand that like biting you is not a form of play. So I would like to reassure pet parents that it is possible for puppies to outgrow that as long as you aid in that training. So rest assured that your puppy will, like Dr. Ross said, provide you the happiest years of your life. I promise you. And shout out to my parents who are about to get a new puppy and I know are watching this video and taking notes because they are my #1 fans and I love them so much. But if you guys have any additional comments, questions, or concerns for Dr. Ross about your new puppy, please drop them down in the comment section below. Again, I'm Bernie Zilio and this is Alpha Paw. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single doggone episode. We'll see you next time.